And good afternoon. Welcome to Jack Brown American Legion Baseball here on the VCBA streaming page on YouTube. Wet grounds at Charlie Brown, and so we are here at Jack Volunteers in Dickinson in a West Region game. They come in with a record of 3-5 on the year. Valley City 5. Region game. They were to play the Bismarck representatives last Tuesday. That game got here tonight. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. Volunteers. This is their 16U club. The Class A team will go like this. Jimmy Lyson. Lyson is batting second at short. Hitting third in center field, Azaria Ho. First base. Batting fifth is the pitcher, Uriah Sandoval. And at third base. Hitting sixth, the designated, hitting seventh, the designated hitter, Denver Baseman. Gail Tiber is the catcher and hitting eighth. And Sam Dobitz is batting ninth in left. Here we go to the top of the first inning. Brody Bollinger will lead things off as the ball goes to the backstop, and we're off and running. 5:32. Between the Royals and the Volunteers. 1-0 pitch, line drive to short. Backing up, taking it on the hop is Fetch. Trevor throwing across the diamond. That'll bring up Jimmy Lyson, the shortstop. Defensively for the Royals, Jack Samuelson is at third, is at first in the outfield. Parker Osma in left field. Bryson Heck is in center. Over in right field, Leighton Hendricks. And there's a grounder back to the bunt, back to the pitcher, grabbed there by to second. And that'll bring up the center fielder. Second one away. Our umpires, Kirk Olson behind the plate, and Jared Luck here right now. They do not have the lights on within the next hour or so. Here's the pitch. I do apologize about the camera angle, trying to get things situated. Balls and no strikes to Ho. We are situated here behind home plate. Not a bad view. And the 2-0 pitch on the outside corner for Azaria Ho with Dave Barkley, the first baseman, on deck. 3-2 on the right-handed hitting center fielder. The delivery is high, ball four, so Ho will draw the free pass. First walk issued by Schwer, brings the blue tops, white pants, Royals across the front. No score, Valley City and Dickinson. American Legion Baseball tonight here. No balls and one strike. This switch happened about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Side, first baseman, or third baseman Samuelson on the infield fly rule makes. Runners at first and second and 2 away. That shouldn't last too long. Here's a swing and a miss on the fastball by center down the right field line here at Jack Brown. 365 to straightaway center by the right-hander. And here's the pitch. Slow curve. Did he check? Yes, he did. It's a ball pitching today, actually. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Swats 2 on, top of the first, no score. And the right-hander delivers. Fastball, strike 3 called. Got him. It is Dickinson nothing, Valley City coming up. Hitting things off here for Valley City, the shortstop against Sandoval, believe Fetch. And then Corbin. And the pitch here. Sandoval into the wine. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High for a ball. The count. And he lines one foul. Sitting in the number 6 spot. Parker Olsman, hitting 6, batting 5th in the number 9 spot. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed, misses wide, and the count now. 2-2 on the Royals leadoff man. Sandoval working off for Sandoval. That'll bring up the catcher, Corbin Powell.
Number 13, Corbin Powell.
Powell coming off a 5 RBI game in their 13-2 win against. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Friday night, they defeated the AAA affiliate of Kansas City Royals. And then they saw a College World Series game on Sunday. Bottom of the first, no score. Royals batting. This one is back, and this one is gone. Corbin Powell with the first. And the Royals take the early 1-0 lead. Powell had 5 home runs during center field. And now Jack Samuelson, he too had 5 home in Jamestown during the Bridge City Classic. 1-0 Royals. And Sandoval, again, about a 6-foot high fence all the way around from corner to corner. Love the wood here in the grandstand. It is your field to the right field corner. They have about a 20-foot high chain link fence at Ivy to get a home run. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jack, and he'll take it inside. Ball relatives that are watching us. I think there's some Minneapolis, maybe in Montana. So welcome aboard if you're joining us. Oh, that one just looked foul and rolls into the corner. And the count now is it Central Iowa College, junior college that he's heading to play baseball. They have 2 going to play college ball, 2 coming off a college baseball season on this Royal club. Waiting on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A high pop fly foul and out of play off to the left. It was to be a home game with the Volunteers of Charlie Brown, but so moved here to Jack Brown. Appreciate the Jamestown Baseball Association letting us saddle Horde to the plate. Tomorrow the Royals are going to be River Pirates. Doubleheader, a 7-inning and a 5-inning game. Will be there for a YouTube page. There's a toss to first. Jack back in. Ballpark, lights are on. Time called by the Andrew Sikora, waiting to see the first pitch. One nice thing about being behind home plate, can see the strike zone a little bit better. Here for Valley City. The previous 2 batters were first and second team respectively. Here's single to left. Royals have runners at first and second, and it'll bring up Leighton Hendrickson. Those coming off, we mentioned the win against Del Rapids on Friday. They open up the West Region season. Can't tell, but looks like the sidewalk is getting wet. That's outside of the grandstand. There's last Thursday, they opened up West Region play with a doubleheader sweep of Bismarck Senators. 12 to pitch. Here's a shot to left field by Hendrickson for a base hit. And left. And that loads him up for the pitcher. With the bases full of teammates. Here in the bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Royals. The pitch. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Schwer. Swinging a foul straight back. I wouldn't say it's a rain. It's more of a mist right now. High, ball 2. 2 balls and 1. Matt Fetch down in the first base box for Valley City. The second year as the coach. He will come in to score. And now the ball gets away from the left fielder. Hendrickson's going to try to get to third. And Sikora. And then Hendrickson will reach on the air by the left fielder. He'll go to third. Oscar, the courtesy runner, he will go to second base and run for Schwer. 3 in, 1 out. And the pitch high, ball 1 on Rolsma. Staff here for the Volunteers. There's a strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 here to Rolsma, and Sandoval delivers. There's a strike at the Lees on the outside. On the right-handed hitting Parker Olsema. Glove there, throw across the diamond, and low throw and picked out of first base by Boo. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Adam Shenenko. Coughlin. So 2 men, no strikes. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Takes his lead off third. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. And the throw to first in time for the out. 4-3 on the putout. And that will retire the. Here for Dickinson. 1 ball, no strikes on Joe Schneider, Grosselek, and balls and no strikes. High corner hits the black for strike 2 and 1. Swing, strike called, 2 and 2. He gets that ball up. Backing off Sikora, the first baseman, now in foul territory, makes the catch. There, 2 runners left on base. We won't do a half-inning 1 away. Now Denver Grosselek, the DH. No balls. Schwer delivering. Curve, strike on the inside corner, 0-2. So quickly, and he pops one up. Right here, back and 2 strikes, and here's a high pop fly, and that's going to be drifting and go on a play down the left field. Left field fence. Play.
Number 4, Gabe.
And then rounding out the batting order is Sam Dobitz. And looking for a towel, or won't play umpire Kirk Olson. Motion something to. And the right-hander kicks in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dickinson will be the host team at the West Region. And Dickinson, minor into right field, dropping fast and in for a looping base hit.
Left field, number 5, Sam.
This run will be Tatum Kuntz. So Talon Kuntz will be running at first base for Tiber. Too far. Delivers. Strike at the knees, 0-1. No ball game with Park River here on tomorrow in Fargo. Base hit. And Kuntz will check in at second. So back-to-back 2-out singles by the Bollinger. Reached on an air his first time up. Was kind of hitting a soft liner out. Here's the pitch to him, and he takes the strike at the belt, 0-1. No balls in 1. Not have that game for you here on the VCBA streaming. Other work commitments. Here's a fly ball to right center. Coming in is Heck. And Dobitz will stop at third. A little looping single by Bollinger.
Shortstop, number 1.
And for Jimmy Lyson. Bollinger. It's all happening with 2 outs. 3 straight bleachers on the first base side. Fans all huddled here. 0 on the count. Throw, and that's going to go into center. It was a high throw. 2 game. Shortstop Betch was covering, and it was Bison, and that will retire the side. It is 3-2 Royals after an inning and a half. Sandoval given new life as his team got a couple of runs. That takes the first pitch in for a strike, 0-1. No balls. The Volunteers, 2 runs, 3 hits. They had 1 error and Royals had 1 error. And was on the roster for the Comets for baseball, but 1-2 here on Bryson. Schedule would have also been part of spring practice for the Comet. Center field, Ho drifting over, and he is going to make the catch. 1 away, swinging his first time up. City, and they played at 3. Trap delivers, swing and a miss, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike for a year. You saw probably and then you come back down and you're facing 16, 17, 18. Pitch misses high, ball 2-1, so your timing is off a little bit. Pitch swinging a foul off to the left. And the count now even on Trevor, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes a 2-2 pitch on the way. And that pitch has run a full count. So Trevor draws the walk. That is the second walk issued by Sandoval. Center field fence and amongst the fir trees for a solo home beat from home plate. For a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Along with 23 RBI, which was second on the club. Here's a throw to first. Catch back in. Sandoval the right is, and he's on his way to third. And the throw was way on the center field. So the stolen base and an error on the throw. Right count on Powell. High, ball 3. Jackson, 1 out. And the 3-0 pitch. But it's a fair ball. It's not a home run. It is off the ivy. And in comes Fetch. I think some fans forget that ivy is part of the fence, and it makes it a 4-2 Royal lead. Now Jack Samuelson, he walked his. Strikes on Jack. Lead off of second. Here's a ground ball fouled on the left field line on Samuelson. Volunteers 5-3. Errors are even at 2 apiece. One ball, 1 strike. Sandoval shakes on mound. It's going to drop in, and it's going to be an infield hit. Just a little loop. That drop. So that's going to be a little infield loop single for Samuelson. Hit number. The Royals looking for. Now he'll just tag Sikora as he was thinking double play. Goes to third. And now Leighton Hendrickson was booted by the. Or actually, that was on Schwartz's base hit. The ball takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Count 2 balls and no strikes. And that is going to prompt out to the mound and have a chit-chat with his pitcher. 1 run across. 4-2, Royals leading. Double, he's at third. Jack Samuelson, a little gift. Hendrickson, strike call on the inside corner, 2-1. Sandoval working from bases open. James Schwer waiting on deck for the Royals. Here is the 3-2 offering. 2 strikes on Leighton Hendrickson. Foul out of play. Back into the parking. The count rides the 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner as Hendrickson. American Legion Baseball here on the VCBA streaming YouTube page. 2 runners on. There's a pitch, misses, ball 1. Oh, home plate getting saturated. That pitch misses, ball 2. Again. If the rain doesn't come sideways, we should be okay. There's a fight. It's supposed to be only a passing shower. Look at the clouds. It could be rain. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. And Schwer delivers. Oh, walked back in the first inning. Strike 3 call, and he threw his bat. He was ready to head to first base. And he is caught. Barkley popped out to the third baseman, Samuelson. Fly, center field, right center, over his head. Now comes in a few. And will bring up Sandoval. No balls and 1 strike. He struck out looking his first time up. Here's a liner foul, straight back, so quickly 0-2. And the rice starting to get wet with that rain coming. So the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Severe weather, I think, not to get these games in. Here's another foul off to the left and out of play. 2 strikes here on Sandoval with 2 out, nobody on. In the top, Sikora, 3 unassisted, and that's a 3 up and 3 down. Top of the delay officially. 6:19, and we are now in a lot to come up, leading at 4-2 as we are through 2.5 innings, but currently the Royals leading at 4-2 against Dickinson here in American Legion Baseball. After the rain delay, which officially is 26 minutes. On YouTube, you can see off in the distance over the right field fence and center field fence how gray it is for the rest of the night. 2 balls and no strikes here to Schwer, leading things off with the bottoms and 1 strike. Just get you caught up again. The Royals by James Schwer. And James takes a pitch high, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 in the top of the second inning on a 2-run single. Ball 4. So Schwer with the free pass at first base. And now Parker Osma grounded to third, his first time up. Second run came in when the ball was misplayed out in and then the Royals got a run in the second inning on an RBI double. We're at Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown, American Legion Baseball. That one up in Valley City, but the rain from earlier today, and actually really from this week, to find its way in, and it was just not going to be ready for game time. There's a strike call, one on association, J-Ball. They were gracious enough to, so that is where we are playing here, Dickinson and Val. There's a shot back up the middle, off the pitcher's leg, on its way into center field. A single for Olsona and Stratum Shenenko. He grounded to second his first time up. The Bismarck representatives last Tuesday. Remember, Valley City was in, but Dickinson still has to make up that game. They're 3-5 coming in, and yet have to play a West Region. Sandoval delivers. Here's a pop foul, not a play by Shenenko. No balls in 1. The Dickinson volunteer. The right-hander Sandoval delivers. Swing and a miss. Runner to second for Olsema. But then 2-6-5. They will get he got in. He was out. So now 1 out and a no ball 2-strike count. Delivers. Low and away. Bounces away from the catcher, and that's going to move Rolsma down to third. So now Shenenko. Sandoval will work from the windup. There's a grounder. Gloved by the pitcher. Looks runner back to third. Throws to first for the out. First time up. Valley City. The Bridge City Classic against Oaks. They dropped their next 2 in that Bridge City Classic. Right on a step away from the lip of the outfield grass, and the infield makes the catch to retire this. Leading things off here for Dickinson as they come to bat in the top of the 4th inning, trailing 4 by Schneider. No balls and 2 strikes. Schneider popped to first. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Strikeout number 5 for Schwer. 1 away. Designated hitter. Denver Groslick DHing for the second again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. His first time, 5 strikeouts, 3 swinging, 2 looking for Schwer. There's a chop from the Dickinson's junior varsity team for the Mavericks during the high school baseball. Now the catcher, Gail Tieber. He's singled, scored. Back Ollinger's second run came in on a error. Fastball, let her high strike on Tieber. And the pitch. So Schwer 1 strike away from striking out the side, and only 1 pitch away from a strikes out the side on 10 pitches. 3 up and 3 down, nothing across as Schwer is now retired. Trevor Fetch laid things off here for the Royals on the bottom of the fourth inning, leading at 4-2. It'll be the second inning. No balls, one strike. Sandoval. And the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside for a ball. One ball, one. All 3 runs earned in the first inning. In the scoring, there's a strike call, 1-2. Fetch stole second. And the pitch. There's a chop towards third. Coming in is Schneider. Has it. And now Corbin Powell. Solo home. And a hit high off the ivy over in right center field. Again, you have the 6-foot-high fence field corner. You have the 20-foot-high chain link fence with an adams up. Low throw. Scooped up by Barkley. 5-3 on the putout. So quickly 2. Royals on top, 4-2. Batting with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-7. Appreciate you joining us on this cloudy night. Had a 25-minute rain delay. Just a heavy rain. Clouds right now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Appreciate you sticking around. If you did not leave us during that rain delay, appreciate 3-0. If Jack can extend the inning, Andrew Sikora will follow. And the right-hander delivers. Fastball way to the backstop. And Samuelson hustles down Sandoval. That'll bring up Andrew Sikora. He is singled and grounded out. Andrew, one of the 2 lineup. And pitch misses, ball 1, along with Trevor Fetch. Strikes. Sam make the catch. That will retire the side. Nothing across for the Royals. They do leave a runner left on. One ball, no strikes. Dobitz in the top of the order. Bollinger and Lyson. There's a shot foul off the facade of the. Oh. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dobitz. 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And then when Bollinger's base hit, Hendrickson on the run, and Layton makes the catch for out number 1. Line shot. He has reached on an errand single, 1 for 2 with that RBI. Right-hander James Schwer delivers, swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. And he pops it up. Foul territory, right side. Powell, the 2 away here in the 5th. Now I'll bring up Jimmy Lyson. Schwer really settling into a nice groove here. The last base runner was Bollinger's single back in the 2nd inning. Right now makes a chest-high catch to retire this side. Another 3-up and 3-down inning. Nothing across. Off and pops up the first pitch, foul territory, and Opit kind of caught in the railing as he went to reach for it. Nice effort there by No balls and 1 strike. Layton with a single and struck out 1 for 2. 7 hits, 2 errors for Valley City. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. The Rough Riders are the Double-A team. Dickinson will be the home of the West Region Tournament coming up the end of July. State Tournament. 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the back of his royal blue jersey. And Sandoval delivers the first hit. Since Rolsman single back in the 3rd. Hit number 8. Schwer singled and walked. That single drove in 2 runs back in the 1st. And the ball got misplayed out in the left field and allowed Hendrickson to get to. And the pitch inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Came here as we were heading into the bottom of the 4th. 1 ball, no. Volunteers over in that third base dugout. Valley City on the first base side. Pitch. Fastball right across at the letters, 2-1. Hawks will be there for that one on the Valley City Baseball Association streaming page. Again, the game at Wahpeton next Tuesday. Other duties to perform with my other job. That hook's foul. He hit it well. Got out of the batter's box, took a few steps. So that surely would have gotten into the corner and brought 2 runners into scoring position here for the Royals. Batting in the bottom of the 5th, leading 4-2. Hendrickson on a full count with nobody out. James. Dickinson, at least I don't see any. 3-2 for Sandoval, 1 away. And now Parker Oldsma. He grounded out and for the Royals. Stand, at least for me. Not in the sun, because now the sun. Here is Sandoval, delivers. There's a shot right back at him off his ear and into, and that's going to get Hendrickson around to 3rd. And Rolsema off his glove and maybe got a piece of the ear. Runners on now, and now Shenenko to the plate, and now that's going to bring out a conference here. And Adam Shenenko will step in. That was hit number 9 for Valley City. Shenenko's 5th inning. Valley City up by a score of 4-2. They about hit the Volunteers 9-3. Volunteers. So here we go. Shenenko DH 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Sets, delivers high and tight. Ball 2, 2-0. See, they have the possibility of that delayed steal. 2 balls and no strikes. Sandoval brings that one across. It's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 offering. High, ball 4. So Shenenko draws a. Heck has hit the ball hard twice, but it's playing medium deep. Actually, I would say more time. It was on the west-northwest at 10-15, but boy, I don't see. Very calm, very still evening. First pitch is strike. Here's the 0-1 offering. Fastball high. Shortstop Lyson, second baseman Lewis playing back the double play down the outside corner for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes on Bryson Heck. One out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-2 Royals. Low and away, 2-2. 2 on the right hand hitting Bryson Heck. Well, no place to put him. Full count. Top of the order. Trevor pitch on deck here. Sin at 3rd. Rolsman at 2nd. Shenenko at 1st. And here comes a 3-2 pitch. So the count rides. A 3 balls and 2 strikes. And time called. Sandoval steps off. Rubs the base. And he is ready to work. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Hendrickson tags. He's on his way in. Throw comes all the way through. He'll score. It'll be a sacrifice fly. Rolsman stays at 2nd. Shenenko stays at 1st. And now Trevor Fett. So Bryson with the RBI. Step aside. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is When we return, this is now the new pitcher. And Sandoval will go to second base. And he's still responsible for Rolsman at second and Shenenko at first. Here's on Trevor. Now goes to second. Here's a pop-up. Right side, foul territory. Timber, the catcher, can't get to it. It's Brecken Lewis, Brecken Lewis, right-hander. Right-hander. Being that they that one in the dirt, and it's 3 balls. And being that they that one in the dirt, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Runners at first and second. Runners at first and second. With all territory left side, the catcher this time has room and makes the catch. And they leave 2. 5-2. Valley City leading through 5. 5-2. Valley City leading through 5. James Schwer here in the 6th. There's a ground ball, base hit to left field for Ho, who ends the streak. Of 10 straight batters retired by James Dickinson. And now Dave Barkley was popped out and flied out. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. Royals bullpen. And see if anybody will be there, but I'm assuming that they'll have the doubleheader tomorrow with Park River. Then off till next 1 ball, 1 strike. Ho takes his lead off first. And the pitch. Bare hand now brings it into the glove. A ball in. And that's going to move Ho down to on Barkley. Sandoval batting in the top of the 6th. And then swinging a foul off the facade. 1-2. Second base, nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. Royals leading at 5-2. And the pitch. 2, and the pitch. Schwer's walked 1. Schwer's walked 1. And the flip to first for the out. And the flip to first for the out. 4-3 on the put out. 4-3 on the put out. Sandoval struck out and grounded out. Sandoval struck out and grounded out. First base unassisted. Came back in the first inning. First base unassisted. Came back in the first inning. Struck out 7. Struck out 7. And the right-hander delivers. Swinging it. And the right-hander delivers. Swinging a chop. A chop. 1 ball and the pitch. 1 ball and the pitch. Ground ball back to short. Gloves it. Looks the runner back to third. And Ho dive. Out. So 2 out. So 2 away. Schwartz gloved it away. Schwartz gloved it. Turned and threw the first for the out. Turned and threw the first for the out. 2 away for Joe Schneider. He is 2 away for Joe Schneider. He has popped on and here's the pitch. Check popped on and here's the pitch. Checked his swing. He went 0-1. Checked his swing. He went 0-1. And Schwer delivers on the delivers on the outside corner, 0-2. Boy, look down. The outside corner, 0-2. Boy, look down. Mark on the 0-2 pitch. Fastball high. Mark on the 0-2 pitch. Fastball high. 1-2. Check that. High. 1-2. Check that. I believe that's Schneider. Yeah. I believe that's Schneider. Is a high pop. Here is a high pop. Here in the 6th. In the 6th. 4 Volunteers, no runs a hit. 4 Volunteers, no runs a hit. Garvin Powell laid things off here. Garvin Powell laid things off here for Valley City. First full inning here for Valley City. First full inning. Relief. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. Relief. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Second. 1 ball, no strike. Second. To end the 5th. To end the 5th. Set slow breaking pitch in. Set slow breaking pitch in for a strike, 1-1. Couple of for a strike, 1-1. Couple of RBI. Lewis delivers. Here's a high. Lewis delivers. Here's a high catch, right in fire territory. High catch, right in fire territory. 1 away for 1 with a run. 1 away for 1 with a run scored. Scored. Don't think there's any more rain in the forecast. Not for tonight anyway. Forecast. Not for tonight anyway. Jackson. That one misses ball two. 2 balls and no. That one misses ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Powell, who was at second, had to hold on. That's deep, but Ho's got room. And center field makes the kid look. And center field makes the kid look. Jack and Corbin, the Big Boppers, their lips are salivating. And he's just willing it up. To home plate. Now here's Sakura, and both of them just got underneath it. To home plate. Now here's Sakura, and both of them just got underneath it. Andrews one for 3, singled in the first. He's grounded out and flied out. 3, singled in the first. He's grounded out and flied out. First base line, gloved by the first baseman, race to the bag, in time for the out. 3 up and 3 down, nothing across for the Royals. We go to the 7th. Valley City leading. Inning, it'll be Denver Grosseluk, the number 7 batter. And then here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and foul tip. Nothing in 2. 15 of the last 14 batters he has faced. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pop up. And Hendrickson for the catch for out number 1. Singled. Struck out. Kudos runner Kuntz scored. Really dealing well here tonight. Very low pitch count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. And the 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike. He is singled and flied out. 1 for 2. And here's Schwer delivering. Strike call. Nothing in 1. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches, and a 1-2-3 inning. Check swing foul. Nothing in Schneider. 3 strikes to Tabor, and a ball in 3 strikes to under the glove of Conklin into right center field for a base hit. So dotted for the Volunteers. Now Brody Bollinger, he has reached on even with the pitches high for a ball. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. And here's a strike call. And a strike on the right-handed hitting Brody Bollinger. Gloves from the grass, throws across for the out. And that will retire. And it's a run, no runs, 1 hit, nowhere's 1 left. So the Royals take game, but later with our post game, we'll recap this one prior to the start of in league play. And the Volunteers fall to 3-6 overall and 2 for the Volunteers. Stick around. We'll be back with game 2 coming up too. that. A 3-pitch strikeout to start things off here for Valley City. Ben Bollinger and strikes him out on 3 pitches. So there, no balls and 1 strike. So Mueller off to a good start. We'll get the defensive alignment here for you in a moment. Strike 2 called. Mason behind the count 0-2. He chops one down the third baseman. So he is on with 1 out. In game 1, he was 1 for 2 for balls. That's the first one out of the strike zone for Brody Mueller. Jack Samuelson. Fastball misses up and in on Ho. 2 balls and no, just back in time. Ho takes the pitch low and inside, ball 3, 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Game 5, ball 4. So after a strikeout, Mueller is now given up a infield single. Infield, Bryson Heck is in center. Leighton Hendrickson over in right. Corbin Powell behind the plate. And now the pitch to Barkley. He swings and skies one to left field. That is out number 2. Runners hold at first. Uriah Sandoval. Sandoval was a losing pitcher on. And the pitch. Sandoval takes a strike, 0-1. No ball. And Mueller delivers. Slings it up there. Check swing foul. Nothing in bottom half of the first. Cloudy sky. Go to second. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Sandoval. And Sandoval ground out to second. Nice big hop there for Chase Coughlin. Throws to first for the out. No runs a hit. No errors. They leave 2. Half inning. Volunteers nothing. As we head to the home half of the first. I'll lead things off, followed by Jack Samuelson, Andrew Sikora, Leighton Hendrickson, James Schwer, Parker Olson. The right-hander pop up infield right side. First baseman Barkley makes a catch. RBI. Now Jack Samuelson. Oh, the right-hander. Played center field in game 1. It just completely missed it and drops in. Here's Samuelson around there. He had a long way to go, but it looked like that'll be a 3-base error on the right fielder Bollinger. I'm going to bring up the first baseman, Andrew Sikora. Sikora in game 1, 1 for 4 with her unscored. Yes. First baseline. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, they're 6-4 on the season, 3-0 in league play. Popped down the right field line, and that's going to spin and be fouled. So the count on Andrew. Hit him. So Andrew hitting the hip. He's on it first. For a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Gore off of first, Samuelson off of third. That pitch misses in hours and 6 minutes is the time of game, and that's including a 26-minute rain delay. I think that was mostly due to James Schwer, 94 pitches, and was spot on with his pitch. 1 point. And ended up getting 13-6 time. Samuelson will come in to score to make it a 1-0 third base line. He tried to backhand it, and it Runners at first and second. Infield playing a double play depth. Here's the pitch in game one. Schwer was 1 for 2 with a couple of RBI out of play. So the count no. Here's the pitch. Strike. And that'll bring up Parker Olsema in that first game. 5 runs, 9 hits, committed 2 errors, 0-1. Royals left 8 runners stranded. And Schwer picked up the win. On Olsema. Ho delivers. There's a shot to right field. Ball the side in the first. For the Valley City leading after 1. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Inning. Zach Harold, who did not play in game 1, will lead things off. And Harold, ground ball to short, charging, fetch, and he missed it. He had it in his glove. First error for the Royals. He was a courtesy runner in game 1. He'll step up here with a runner first base, nobody out. Top of the second, 1-0 Royals. And he shows bunt and offered at it, missed it. Here's the throw back to first, and like a backhand catch and a quick slap tag, and Harold was back in time. On attempt, and again he missed it. 0-2. So again, 350 down the left field line here at Jack Brown. 300 on the right field on the outside corner. So Kuntz goes down looking for second strikeout for Mueller. With Dobitz on his behalf. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Pop up. There's 2 away. Now Sam Dobitz is playing out. Playing in the center field, will step in with 2 out. And Mueller, the right-hander, delivers. Low, ball 1. And he played in left field in game 1. Center. Left side. Third baseman, gloved by Samuelson. The throw in time for the out. Nice stretch there. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Chase Coglin going to lead things off here for the Royals. In the bottom of the Coglin, Fetch, and Heck, the bottom third of the order. Against Uriah Ho. There's a ground ball left side and for Coglin. Hit number 1 for Valley. Trevor in game 1, 0 for 3, scored a run. And we'll bat here with a runner at first base. Nobody out. Royals batting. Other games on the Bismarck Reps. That's the Bombers taking on the Bismarck Reps. 19 at 19-1, but it is. Bombers on that one, 19-1. Here's a on fetch. No balls, 2 strikes. Reps earlier tonight, 10-3. In other West Region action, playing Surrey tonight, or at least we're scheduled to play Surrey. That's some other games, West Region, going on this Wednesday night. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a 2-2 pitch, way outside. Coughlin, the runner at first, takes his lead. There he double play. Lyson was covering the bag because of the attempted 6-3 double play for the Volunteers and just cover the bag. Heck 0 for 2 in game 1 with a sac fly RBI. 1 strike with the left-handed batter. The shortstop covering the bag on a stolen base attempt. Thought that a lefty's going to pull it, so you need the right side there. Here's a reaching swing and a grounder foul. Heck, 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second. Royals leading 1-0. 6-3 on the putout of Bryson Heck, and that will retire the side. Valley City 1-0 over Dickinson. We're back with the 3rd inning. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. The top of the order for the Volunteers of Dickinson. Brody Bollinger swinging a strikes. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Here's the grounder. Brody Bollinger strikes. Mueller struck out 2. He has walked 1. Slow and away. And the count now, Mullinger now even at 2 balls and 2. That fastball misses upstairs. So Mullinger battle back to run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fetch backhands it, throws across for the out. Jimmy Lyson, he singled his first time up, an infield single. Ended and throw and did not get Lyson in time. He eventually wound up at 3rd, and that's where he stayed. There's a pitch nose right over the top of his head. That's where they stayed. The 1-0 pitch misses. 2 balls. And the 2-0 pitch. Strike called on the right-hander. So the count now 3-1. And out of play. So the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That is going to be the second walk issued. Zariahol will step in. And the pitch. Base is not going to be in time. Took a weird hop, and Chase Coughlin caught that one wrong. No strike count on Ho. 2 balls, 1 strike. Open umpire Jared Lentz walks the ball out to the pit. Mueller will step off. Jared Lentz calling the balls and strikes. Kirk Olson on the bases are 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ho. Big strike out there for Brody. 2 away for Dave Barkley.
Number 3, Dave.
2 outs now with the runner at second. 0-1 to Barkley. That one misses low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Mueller delivers. Swing on Barkley. It's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Number 4 for Mueller, and that'll retire the side. Valley City 1 and Dickinson nothing. This is American Legion Baseball live. Corbin Powell leads things off here. They face Azaria Ho, the right-hander, and 1 on Powell. Powell popped out to the first base, little mini 3-game hitting streak for Corbin. Well, he's on a 3-game hitting streak, pardon me. And there's this against Del Rapids on Friday night. Picked a couple of more here in game 1. Here's a high chop over. I would give him base hit, but they're going to give him an error. Oof. And now Jack Samuelson to the plate. Samuelson, he hit a fly ball to right. He was still on the run, reached out the glove, and he just missed the ball. Didn't look like he got there in plenty of time, but an error was charged. Baseman Sandoval. Ho steps off, looks Powell back. Corbin definitely a threat to steal. Good base run. No balls and 1 strike on Samuelson. Adam Leenan, Barkley with a quick tag. Ho delivers. And Jack takes a strike on the outside corner. Nothing into the Highliners. Jack, second team, the on-deck batter. Hits him in the wallet. So Samuelson takes one in the back pocket. Was plunked in the hip in the first inning. Was batting in the bottom of the 3rd, leading 1-0. And look out. That was a screamer down the first base line. Whistling by first base. 1 strike. Cora, here's a pop-up. Short left field. Shortstop Lyson going over. And second, Samuelson stays at first for Leighton Hendrickson. With the bases loaded back in the 3rd. The left field line. Powell will score. Samuelson on his way to 3rd. He nothing. And picks up a couple of RBI. It's a second hit for the Royals. Now leading it 3-0. Strikes. On the right-handing James, the second baseman coming over. And are they going to call a balk? So a balk was called. Forget about the pop-up. Blown away for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. And Ho delivers 2-0. Low, blocked there by Tipper behind the plate. 3 balls and no strike. 3-0 the count. Free pass after they take away the out on the balk. Oh, Parker Olsema, and that's going to bring Coach Gillick out of the third base dugout to have a chat with his Valley City Baseball Association YouTube streaming page. Glad you could be with us. We'll be here again tomorrow night. Field in Fargo, the home of the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. We will not have next Tuesday's game in Wahpeton as they play a doubleheader. And now time called and major. And now the right-hander delivers. And Rolsmo swings and fouls it up and over the grandstand. On the right hand hitting Parker Rolsma, who flew out to right field his first time up. To left, but right at the left fielder. And there to make the catch. And he'll pick up the RBI. That is out number 2. Coming in is the right fielder, Bollinger, second baseman out. And nobody's going to be able to make the play. The throw. So it'll be a blooping single for Chase Conklin. You almost call it a hug outs. 3 runs across, 4-0 Royals. And now 2 runners in scoring position. His first time up. Hit into a 6-6-3 double play. Moved over to cover the bag on the attempted steal, and Trevor hit right at him. And Ho delivered. Over the head of the first baseman Barkley. That's going to plate 2. No RBI. 2 runs come across to score, and the Royals now lead at 6. Heck, the center fielder. Second error. And into right center field for a base hit. Fetch around third. He's going to come in to score. Bryson Heck. And it's now 7-0 Royals.
Number 13, Gordon.
And to start the inning. Volunteers throw to first. Back in is Heck. And the Royals with 2 hits. A hit batter. And a walk. Another throw over. Oh, this time to throw. It's a low throw, and Barkley can't come up with it. And a ball in this game, 2 in the inning, and 2 in the last 3 batters. 5 errors now on the Volunteers. As their defense, the right-hander delivers. Bounces in, gets away from the catcher. And a 1-ball, no strike count. There's a couple of Highlander girls down in the door behind the bullpen, and that ball went flying. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Ho delivers. Missed on Jack Samuelson. Oh, this has been going on with 2 out. 7 runs across here. Samuelson on his way to second. Hits second, and he will stop there with a double. Makes it 9-0. And wrapped out. There's a strike on Andrew. He has been hit by pitch and popped out. He hits, but have been helped out by 3 errors. A lot of traffic on the bases here for Valley City. This is Sikora, is the 12th man to bat in the inning. But hustling down the left field line, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. So it's a 1-ball, 2-strikers. And Sikora takes it outside, 2-2. And a pitch. Ground ball down the first base line, foul. All right, the last minute to Sikora. They lead at 9-0. They have out-hit the Volunteers 5-1. This one up. Short center. Center fielder Dovitz comes in, makes the running catch. 1. It's 9-0 Valley City as we head to the 4th. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Lead things off here for Dickinson in the top of the 4th, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls him up. And that'll trickle foul. 0-2. Well, the count stays at 0-2. And Mueller delivers. In the dirt, 1-ball, 2 strikes. On Urias Sandoval, number 5 for Mueller, 1 away. On an error in the second. Brody delivers. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last 3 batters. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a line right number 2 for the Volunteers. Kuntz struck out looking back in the second inning. The other 4 had been swinging. Well, he went down. Brody stumbled there after the pitch. Balls and 1 strike. Of course, we had that rain. They did not cover the mound. Here's the pitch. 1 strike. Field here in this game. He stepped out of the way of that one, then swung at it. Kind of put his foot in the bucket. The slider way out of the strike zone. 6 strikeouts from Mueller, 2 away. 2 away here in the 4th. And you want your pitcher to do after your team puts up a big back of the dugout ASAP. 2 outs, runner at first, and Mueller delivers. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 offering. That one right down the middle, 2-2. He too likes to work quickly. And the 2-2 pitch. Ooh, look. And the count, 2 balls. Sent by Brody. Here's the 2-2 pitch. So the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brody also along with James Schwer. And the pitch. Pop up. Left side, infield, and left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Royals 9, the Volunteers nothing. This is American Legion Baseball live on. And the first batter he will face will be Leighton Hendrickson, who 2 balls and no strikes. We'll get the defensive changes here for you momentarily. That pitch misses outside. Over to by Barkley. Hitter. Denver going to miss by Schwer, 0-1. James has struck out, walked and scored. And Barkley delivered. Chopper back to Barkley. He has it. Throws the second. Out there. The relay to first. And he. Now Parker rolls him up. So now 2 out, nobody on. Line single to left field by Parker. Hit number 6 for the Royals. And behind nothing. 9 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Royals. No runs, 2 hits, 5 errors for the Volunteers. Again, Daubitz, the center fielder, second base. There's a foul down the right field line. And he is. I just had to. So Kuntz has been replaced by Groselick in the line. Correct changes. And the pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chase Coughlin. And the runner goes. The pitch is low and in the dirt. That'll be a stolen base as Rolsmo was off with the pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chase with Trevor Fetch waiting on, and that'll retire the side for the Royals. No runs, a hit, no errors, one left. We are through 4. We head to the top of the 5th inning. And leading things off here for the Volunteers will be Field. That is going to be an error on Trevor Fetch. That's the second error on the Royals. Bolger. Dobbins prior to that had grounded out. And the pitch. Misses inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Had to go with a little different camera angle here, as the camera needs to charge a little bit, so I'll have to do us for at least an inning or two. And Jimmy Lyson to the plate. And that one spiked in for a couple of stolen bases. He has walked 3. Giving up just, he's danger of loading the bases here with nobody out. In the top of the 5th inning. It's out. And there's ball 4. The first base dugout after it has loaded the bases. I believe we're going to have a pitching change gear. We'll be back with the new pitcher here for Valley City. 9-0 Royals leading, and he will play catcher, and we'll be back with that pitching change. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Parker Olsema is now behind the plate, and Luke Pross has gone up with Parker Olsema now catching. An interesting observation I made. And they thought about it. The ball went off the glove of Olsema, and everybody thought about it. And everybody stays put, so it just is going to go down. Walked and struck out. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Set by Corbin Powell, and the right-hander delivers. Off the fist, grabbed by Powell. Base. So he recovered nicely, and they do get a run in. 1-3 on the put out of Ho for out number 1. And so the 2 runners in scoring position, still Mueller's responsibility. And the pitch, check swing for Barkley. And we'll just go since the spring left field, and that's going to slice and go foul. I think Gavin Gerhardt threw on the gear once in a while. Corbin Powell over the line. One strike. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike on Barkley. And the pitch just misses outside. And the count now 3-1. 5th inning. Trailing now 9-1. And they reloads them for Urias Sandoval. Buzz the tower. Up and in. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Urias Sandoval. Here's the pitch. That one again up and in. 2 balls. A ground ball right at somebody. 3 balls and no strikes on this one, and he does not, and it's a strike call. A little bit outside, but hit the corner. 3-1 pitch, and up and in. Ball walks in a run, and Bollinger will come across and make it 9-2. Now the DH, Zach Harold. Blyson, the runner at third now, is the last one that is Brody Mueller's responsibility. Now is no balls and 2 strikes on Harold. And the right-hander ready to work. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low, 1-2. On Zach Harold, DHing. Stop. Barkley goes to third. Down to second base goes Sandoval. And that closes the book on Mueller. He goes, there's a swing and a miss. Harold strikes out. And now the first baseman, Denver Grosseluk. And was 0 for 3. There's a strike call, 0-1. 9-3, Royals lead with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And the throw will get cut off. And it's now 9-4, and an RBI single by. Ball stops at third as Barkley comes across. He has popped out to first and to third. And there's a swing and miss, 0-1. 4. Made things a little more interesting here in the 5th inning. Another one in the dirt, spiked there. Ball stays at third. That's a 1 ball, 1 strike. Powell sets and delivers. Miss. Two balls, 1 strike. Corbin Powell dealing, low and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. 3 balls and 2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout for Corbin, and that'll return as an error, and they leave 2. City as they bat in the home half of the 5th inning, leading 9-4. It'll be Fetch and Fetch liner. Look out! We're off the top of the clubhouse and out of play on the run third. The 0-1 pitch, high, 1-1. And the pitch takes that one inside. Ball 2, 2-1. And we'll be them Redhawks. There's a strike call, and it's 6 o'clock first pitch tomorrow evening. Here's their fencing behind home plate. Three balls and 2 strikes. And it gets away, goes into foul territory, but catcher Tibber backing up, and Fetch will be on. And he's going to get a base hit. Hit number 7 for the Royals. This time up, scored a run. Nobody out here in the 5th. He swings and skies one to center. That's deep. Back is Ho, and he first. Now we head to the top of the order. Times on errors. One by shortstop Lyson and one by the 1 ball, no strikes. Now to be a little more careful. Barkley, the left-hander. Come to the belt, check the run and the pitch. Powell, ground ball to short, and nice backhand. 6-4 on the force for out number 2. Up. So officially 1 for 9, and into the corner, just foul. No balls, 1 strike. We're in the home half. Volunteers 7-3. Volunteers with 5 errors tonight. 3 came in that 8-run. The old Jamie Moyer slider, 50 miles an hour. 0-2 the count. Defensive indifference. On a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Low, ball 2, 2-2. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch. Swinging a foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on. There's a shot down the left field line. That's going to be a foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes on 2-2. Okay, the scoreboard has 3-2. I had 2-2. You got to, just go by the count here on Jack. Throw across, pulls the first baseman off. Everybody's safe. Powell goes to now the third baseman is Schneider. So Schneider's going to get called for that error. So here's Andrew Sikora. No balls and 1 strike. And that one misses for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefty on lefty. That one is up and in for a ball. 2 balls and 1. Barkley sets, checks Samuelson, the runner at first, and the pitch. Samuelson was heading back to first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Powell, the runner at third. Going to be in time. Powell on his way home. He'll score. As Powell comes across to make it a 10-4 Royal lead. And that's going to be backing out of play. Left-handed hitting Andrew Sikora. And the pitch. Check swing, couldn't get the bat on. So the count continues at 2-2. Barkley, the lefty. So the count continues here on Samuelson, the runner down at second. And it's a 3 ball, 2 strike count here on Sikora. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The first game went 7 innings. Had a 26-minute rain delay. This game is right now in the 5th inning and is about an hour and 35. So both scored. 3-2 pitch. Oh, and that hit him. Hit him in the helmet. He throws his bat. He's not happy about it. Runners at the city, leading 10-4 in the bottom of the 5th. Delivers. Hendrickson takes a ball or a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And then Barkley delivers. Hustling around second, on his way to third. In time, Sikora with the hustle. And it's now 11-4. So Sikora, and that one in the dirt. Ball 1. And then that's what happens when your pen runs out of ink. You lose your spot. Here's the 1-0 pitch. James takes it outside. Ball 2. 2 on, 2 out, 2 in here for the Royals in the bottom of the. James today struck out, walked, and solid 7 innings, 94 pitches. Do it with 2 strikes on your number 5 batter, even if they throw down. Position. 3-2 pitch. Oh, and he popped him up. Might have been ball 4. Side. But the Royals do plate 2 runs in the inning, and they threw 5 complete. Valley City 11 and Dickinson 4. This is American Legion Baseball live on. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Valley City leading 11-4. Foul pitch high for a ball. Dobbits 1-0 for 2 of the run scoration. I was having a conversation with myself. We were talking about now dip down to the Valley City Kings, the 15U Babe Ruth. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Isn't that very interesting? 2 balls and 1 strike they got here in Dobbits. And the 4-3 on the put out, 1 away. Rounded out, hit by a pitch. 8-3. There's a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. On the outside corner, 0-2. After no balls and 2 strikes, the pitch. Kerr, strikeout number 3 for Powell, 2 away. He has singled, walked, and singled. Base, Mueller right now in the line for the win. Get 3 innings of effective relief and pick up the save. Really 1 run in the 5th inning. Or go 3 more innings. There's a swing and a foul back. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Royals leading it 11-4. Powell barehands it on his hip, throws the first for the out. 3 up and 3 down, nothing across for the 2. Parker Olsma will lead things off here for the Royals. Olsma's fly to right, had a sacrifice fly and a single. 1 for the center, hit number 9 for the Royals, his second. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. 6 for the Volunteers. That one just misses outside. Valley City's difference in this one, 8 runs in that 3rd inning. Did that with 3 hits. Got helped out by 3 errors. Here on Chase Coughlin with Trevor Fetch waiting on deck. Royal. And there's runners at first and second with nobody. We'll get a courtesy runner coming in here for Valley City. Pitch for a ball. Backs him out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes on Trevor. Trevor singled his last time up. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and one on Fetch. Hudson Crewald, courtesy Chase Coughlin, who just walked. And a 2-1 pitch. The back walks. Have loaded him. Bryson today, 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. 1 ball, no strikes. And a 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2, 2-0. Volunteers, here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to go to the backstop, ball 3 to 4. Down to third goes Coughlin, down to second this game early. 12-4 your score. Lefty delivers a pop-up. And right side, first baseman Grill. Corbin Powell to the plate. Now if he wants to win and be done. Powell today popped out, reached on an air high for a ball. And Barkley delivers high. 1 in the first, 8 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth for the Royals. We are in the 6th inning. All 4 runs here for 2 balls and 1 strike here to Powell. Across comes Coughlin. So anything to the outfield should wrap warming up in the bullpen, but he may not get a chance to pitch tonight. Well, that'll bring up Jack Samuelson. Reached on an error again. And load him up. So tonight, it will come to the plate with Fetch. Hit again, game over. And he throws his bat. 3rd time he's been hit. And as soon as he does, and he wins it here tonight by a final of 14-4 in the second. It was an hour and 54 minutes, so a couple of 2-hour games tonight. 14 runs. Royals now 7-4 on the season, 4-0 in the West Region. In Fargo at the Newman Outdoor Field for the doubleheader with the Park River and Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us and so long from Jack Brown Stadium.